Hi guys, welcome back to Detailing and the Beast. This week we're going to be taking a look at something I have had in my comments of other videos umpteen times, and I have promised people, I've been saying yes, I will get this, I'll give it a go. You can't all be right, but let's just see, eh? So this week we're looking at Power Maxed Traffic Film Remover. So this is Power Maxed Traffic Film Remover. This stuff has been popping up time and time again in the comments of my videos. There was a video I did not so long ago, and we're not going to go into this massively, of a snow foam, a particular brand of snow foam that was overhyped, and it basically gave really poor results. I was going to swear then. Really poor results, and it left a hell of a lot of traffic film on a panel. It removed dirt, but it didn't remove the film, the oil, the road film. So what we're going to try and do this week is do the same test on the same car using this stuff. Now this is Power Maxed Traffic Film Remover. It says it is a traffic film remover and a degreaser. It's safe to use on all paint, wheels, glass, rubber, vinyls. It says safe on wiring. I don't know why that is suddenly a thing, but it's safe on wiring. It's also good for you guys who've got push bikes and motorbikes. It says it's perfectly safe to use on both of them things. And being a traffic film remover and a dirt remover, I can see that's going to do wonders for you guys, right? It also says it's good on chassis. Now this is interesting. I'm not going to test this today, but this will be interesting to put through the Karcher under chassis cleaner. And we could do that and we could see how good that is. But as I say, I don't think I'm going to be testing that today. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be putting this through a pump sprayer. These are the ones from Screwfix, but they're also a Spear & Jackson one I've had a look for on Amazon. You can get this on Amazon, but the pump sprayers are available from Screwfix or Amazon. I'll put a link below. This again is available from Amazon. If you've got Prime, perfect, you can get the two together. And we're going to be mixing it up at a solution of 10:1 dilution ratio. So 1 part Power Maxed, 10 parts water. I have been using this. You can see there's a little bit gone. I have used this at the other recommended dilutions of 50:1. That's the maximum dilution. And I tried it again at 25:1, so I halved that. And I've got to say, I was disappointed at both of them dilutions. Now, this stuff is being touted as using it at 9:1 or 10:1 and still being LSP, that's last stage protection safe. So that's what we're going to go for today. We're going to go for a 10:1 dilution. That's probably the strongest that you will want to use this product. So we will use it at its strongest dilution and we'll see whether it is any good. As I say, we're going to be using it on the little Datcha outside. Again, that thing hasn't had a proper clean for a little while. And it is looking a little bit sorry for itself with dirt all over them panels. So we'll give this a bash and we'll see where we are in a few minutes. Okay, here we go then. Rear door panel is pre-rinsed, as you should always do with any type of pre-wash, just to try and get off all of that loose dirt and crap. And you'll see in a minute, I'm going to leave the driver's door just as a comparison. You shouldn't really need to leave any section. You should always pre-wash everything, but I am leaving it just for a comparison to see how this performs. You can clearly see after this pre-wash on the rear door that there is still a film of crap on the car, a layer of dirt, a film that the pressure washer alone just won't remove. Just a reminder, on the TFR we've diluted this at 10:1. I'm going to spray this all over both panels liberally, and I mean liberally. We're gonna douse these two panels in this stuff. With it being diluted at 10:1, you can afford to effectively waste this. You know, it's quite cheap. You can literally just soak the car in it and leave it be for a few minutes, and then just jet wash it off. So we are giving this a real good soaking at this point. You can kind of see there towards the front of that panel that as I'm spraying that on, now that is not under high pressure, that dirt is actually dripping off, and I do have a little section in a minute showing you this. I've put some cloths underneath the drips. You can see this here. This is the foaminess of it. There's not much foam to it at all. And then here on the cloth, you can see the dirt that's pulling off already. That is not rinsed under pressure. That is literally just putting product onto the panel. So we can tell it's working already. Next, we're going to leave that for 5 minutes before jet washing it off. So I'm going to jet wash everything off. Now you can't really tell on this rear panel from this angle, but it really has removed a lot of that film. Wait till you get onto the driver's side door in a minute and you will see. Now you can see kind of in the concave there of the door in a minute when you see it. There, you can see that film coming off and the white appearing through of the car paintwork. And this is where you can see the power of this stuff. Amazing cleaning capability there. That is really impressive. And then I'll just take you in for a close-up now just to show you. But that has pretty much stripped off 99% of everything there. There's a few tar spots there. Now this isn't a product for removing tar, so we shouldn't expect it to remove them. But that looks brilliant. So I think you'll agree that was pretty successful. I am suitably impressed with this at 10 to 1. As I say, I have used this at 50 to 1 in my initial testing, and I wasn't impressed. It didn't really do a lot. At 25 to 1, we were starting to see some results, but again, nothing to write home about, and certainly nothing to shout about. However, at 10 to 1, that is where you want to be using this, I feel, and it's where I'm going to be using it. Now, this stuff is, I think it's £12.64 at the minute on Amazon, but that is with a deal at the minute. It is on offer as of today. Usually £16.99 for the 5 litres. But if you make this at that strongest dilution of 10 to 1, you are going to get 55 litres. 55 litres for your £12.64 or your £16.99. Phenomenal value for what it is for the cleaning power. So, is this a viable snow foam alternative? I reckon it's probably a viable snow foam replacement, to be honest with you. The stuff has been touted quite a lot on my YouTube channel, and I'm happy with them recommendations, to be fair. So if you've got any more, guys, keep them coming. Couple of things. At 10 to 1, this is LSP, so last stage protection safe. So you're not going to go and strip your wax or deteriorate your sealants or anything like that. So do use it at 10 to 1. Don't bring that down any further. In fact, Power Maxed actually say don't come down lower than 9 to 1, or you are going to start stripping sealants and protection off your car. It is also a corrosive liquid, so you don't want to be using this neat. Certainly don't let this dry on your car. And when you're decanting it and stuff, just be mindful of that. It does contain sodium hydroxide, so you don't really want to be getting this stuff on your skin neat and not washing it off. All the safety stuff is all on the sticker anyway. While we're talking about the sticker, the branding, I just want to talk about the branding very quickly. This comes in 2 formats, so it comes in the concentrated version, which is what I've got here, so you can make your own dilutions and strengths. And then there's also, which I don't have, there's a pre-diluted version, which comes in a nice black label bottle, and that does look a bit more consumer, okay? This stuff, it doesn't jump out at you, does it? It looks very commercial, very industrial, light haulage sort of thing, and I think that's where it's aimed at. But for British winters, the road salt in this country, this stuff does a really good job. I am impressed with it. I am suitably impressed. Just a couple of things that I've noticed while I was doing my research, just in general, people on Amazon, etc., asking questions, and the odd ones came up a couple of times, and I just thought we'd get them out of the way here now. Most of you will already know this and think these are stupid things to mention, but I just thought I'd mention them for completeness on this video. This does need pressure washing after you've applied it. So what we were doing, we were applying this with our pump sprayer, giving it 5 minutes to dwell, and then we were jet washing it off under pressure using quite a narrow nozzle on the jet wash. So we were quite aggressive with the jet wash. You can't use a hose pipe. that's what people were complaining about on Amazon. They were saying this isn't cleaning, and when the questions came out, they were using a hose pipe. You can't do that. You need a pressure washer. So if you haven't got a pressure washer, don't bother, okay? Yes, it can be used on motorbikes and bicycles, as I've said earlier, and it is safe to use on engines of motorbikes and chains and sprockets on bicycles. Just make sure you take the additional care there with re-greasing and re-lubing and stuff on your chain. The next thing was, this doesn't have any sort of ability to remove fallout or tar. Tar in particular was the one that was mentioned. You need dedicated products for them. So again, I think most people will know that, but just to be certain, if you need tar remover as well, you need another product. Okay, just let's get that out there. So I'll put a link to this down in the video description from Amazon. I'll also put a link to this. Now this is the Screwfix one, so if you want that, go and have a look on Screwfix. But if you're buying this from Amazon with Prime, you might as well get one of them at the same time from Amazon. I think there's a Spear and Jackson one. It's exactly the same as that. I think that's 11 quid. At time of recording, this is £12.64, usually £16.99, I think. But again, as I say, it's either of them prices, 55 litres of product at the strongest dilution. Absolutely fantastic value. So as I said, guys, any other recommendations for products like this? Not just willy-nilly ones, please. Just proper, decent recommendations. Hit me up in the description below. I'll have a look at them. If I think they're worthy of getting them and doing a review, I'll do it. But as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for the recommendations on this. It really is good stuff, and I think a viable alternative going forwards in the winter. Don't forget, by the time this goes out, the merch will already have been live for a while, but don't forget we've got the merch now. So we've got Detailing in the Beast hoodies. These are customizable. I make these in-house, so I'll do a little video of this at some point showing how these are made. So we've got Detailing Beast hoodies. I can do t-shirts. I've got hats, stickers. I've got car stickers. Now I've been offering them out for nothing just recently. If you guys will cover postage and packaging, I can continue doing that. That won't last forever, so please don't come after me in a few months' time saying that you were offering them for free. This is like some sort of introductory offer that I'm doing for basically my long-time subscribers, just as a little bit of a thank you. So if anybody does want merch, or even if you want merch for something else, if you want merch for a business that you've got, or if you've got another YouTube channel that you want some merch for, I can do stickers, I can do hoodies, anything like that. No minimum orders. Hit me up. Let's see what we can do for you. As always, guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Goodbye.